I see a lot of dogs whose owners say that they're behaving badly, and mostly it's because they're bored. They just haven't got enough to do. Often they spend hours at a time in a crate or in a confined space with absolutely no stimulation at all. It's really important when we look at dogs to look at their natural way of being and to provide things for natural and instinctive stimulation so that they're not bored. It's a little bit like occupational therapy, so that they've got something to get on and do, so they're not wandering around looking for trouble, chewing the skirting boards, chewing out the furniture, wing and pooing all over the place, and doing the things that we generally find a bit annoying. It's really easy to do these kind of things. It's just doing things which tap into their normal and instinctive behaviours, and then we can make them feel a lot happier. And luckily, all these things are very easy to do. Fun and natural agility, what I call it, is creating situations where the dogs can use their body, use their noses, and explore. What I might do is put a few treats on a log, get my dog to wait for a moment while I put some treats on a log, and I go and put some food on the log, go back and just say, go find. This stimulates them, it's natural scavenging, it's finding food, which is a really lovely instinctive behaviour, and they absolutely love it. It creates value in you as a person. It means it's worthwhile having you along for a walk because you're interesting, and it slows down the eating, and it's a more natural way of eating.
So when Audrey was very young, she used to be a little bit disruptive and quite lively until we started the agility and the scent training. And then I found she was much more engaged, much more relaxed. I could leave her for a number of hours at home on her own, and really there'd be just no problems at all.
Things to do to stimulate dogs. We need to look at their natural drives and instincts. We need to find ways to stimulate them. They're mostly stimulated by food, so making games up which are quite food orientated, where they're using their brains, using their noses. This makes them very happy. Should be quite calm, and it's tapping into their normal and instinctive dog behaviours. I think dogs eating out of food bowls is fine sometimes, but I think all the time it can be a little bit boring. Usually people put the food bowl down, it's gone in the blink of an eye, and then the dog is left being bored again. So I think we can be a little bit more creative about how we feed our dogs. And sometimes just throwing it all over the floor is fantastic, and the dogs are just like, oh wow, and it's really lovely for them. The value of mental stimulation is great. It builds relationships, which is fantastic. It makes the human-dog relationship so much better. It makes the dog happier, and it can also eradicate a lot of problem behaviours just by enriching their life and giving them opportunities for normal and instinctive behaviours. A good quality diet is absolutely vital. There's a lot of foods out there which are very low grade, and they put in sweeteners, sugars, food colouring, which can actually just cause a lot of dysfunction in dogs. They're just going to be a bit crazy just because they're on a bad diet that's full of food colouring. And as far as health is concerned, a good diet, what you put in is what you get out. If you put in a rubbish diet, which is full of bulk items, you're just going to get a lot more poo and probably a lot more allergies over time as well. So a good quality diet, always looking at the label, make sure that you're feeding a good quality, proper protein, and that it's not just full of cheap fillers and colourants and sugars.